The 3-ingredient no-bake cheesecake. This recipe is in our Dining on a Dime cookbook, volume 2 on page 304. Take 2 blocks of cream cheese, add your sugar, and your lemon juice and vanilla, which is optional, and beat until well mixed. Stir in 1 tub of whipped topping. If you prefer, you can use whipped cream. Fold in until smooth and put in a graham cracker pie crust. Top with your favorite pie filling. Mine is blueberry, Mike's is cherry, and serve. No-bake cheesecake number 2 uses cream cheese and sweetened condensed milk. This is the traditional recipe from the 50s that adds lemon juice and vanilla if you'd like. The vanilla is optional. Cream until smooth. This takes just a few minutes, and then spread into a graham cracker pie crust. Homemade or store-bought is fine. Then top with your favorite pie filling. You have no-bake cheesecake with just 3 ingredients. Serve with a hot cup of tea and enjoy each delectable piece. No-bake fudge cookies are in our Dining on a Dime cookbook, volume 1. This is a classic recipe that Mom and Grandma makes all the time. Just put your sugar and your butter in a saucepan on medium heat. Add your milk. Get it all mixed up and stir in your cocoa, your baking cocoa, which is not the same as hot chocolate cocoa. Baking cocoa does not have sugar in it, and it can be hard to stir in sometimes, so just whisk it up really well until all the lumps are gone. You're going to bring it to a boil for 1 minute at regular altitude. For high altitude, you want to boil for approximately 1 minute and 15 seconds to 1 minute and 30 seconds, depending on how high you are. Watch that you don't burn it and keep it at a low boil. Then after 1 minute, you're going to add your vanilla. And if your family likes peanut butter, you can add the peanut butter right now. Add your quick cooking oats, not old-fashioned oats and not steel cut oats, just quick cooking oats. Stir it in. I left the peanut butter out because Mike does not like peanut butter, so we left some out for him. Then I stirred in the peanut butter for the rest of the family. Put on a lined baking sheet and let cool. If your cookies don't set up, don't panic. You can just eat them in a bowl with a spoon or use them for ice cream topping. Next time, just boil them for a bit longer. Enjoy with a hot cup of tea. My no-bake pumpkin frosting pie adds pumpkin pie spice, 1 can of frosting, 1 container of sour cream, and 1 container of whipped topping. Yes, you can use real whipped cream if you'd prefer. Just mix all together, put into a graham cracker crust, spread evenly. You can decorate the top with more whipped topping or a light sprinkle of pumpkin pie spice if you'd like. 2-ingredient fudge. In our Dining on a Dime cookbook, volume number 2. Line your 8x8-inch baking pan with parchment paper, waxed paper, or aluminum foil. Just cut the corners so that it goes in easily and smooth. Spray with cooking spray. Then you're going to take 1.5 bags of chocolate chip The bags are usually 10 ounces now, so you want about 15 ounces of chocolate chips in a bowl with 1 can, 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. And you're going to microwave for 30-second increments, stirring in between until it's all melted. The amount of time will vary depending on your microwave. Just stir until totally smooth, then add in any add-ins you would like. I did almonds today. Get those thoroughly stirred in. Place it in your baking pan. Then smooth it out. Then if you want, you can decorate the top. I decorated it with more almonds. I let it sit in the refrigerator for 3 to 4 hours until it firmed up. And then you're going to slice into pieces, however big or small you'd like, and then serve. My 4-ingredient mini strawberry cream cheese shortcakes are absolutely delicious. All you do is take your strawberries, add your sugar, mash them down with a fork, get all those juices going. Then you're going to take your cream cheese. If you can rustle it out of the package. You're going to mix it until smooth and add your heavy whipping cream. And your sugar. Then you're going to mix until well blended. Take your mini pound cakes, which can be found by the pre-packaged donuts like the Hostess, that area of the store. You can also use a big pound cake if you want and just slice it into pieces. Spread it with the cream cheese filling. Drain the strawberries and add some strawberries in the center with a little bit more of the cream cheese topping. Add strawberries that haven't been drained on top, so you get that nice juice on your strawberry cream cheese shortcakes. For our mini Boston cream cakes, take 1 package of vanilla pudding, add your milk, and whisk and let it set up until it's thick. You can also use homemade vanilla pudding if you'd like. Take your mini pound cakes. These are really versatile little cakes. You're going to set them on a tray so that they can drain when you pour the chocolate on top. Fill the center with a little bit of the vanilla pudding on each cake. Put the tops onto the cake. Then you're going to take 1 can of frosting, or make homemade frosting if you'd like. Microwave it for just 5 seconds just to soften it up a bit. Stir it around if it's not soft enough. If it's not fluid enough, add just a little bit of milk to make it more fluid and it will flow over the sides of your cake better. Mix well. Then pour on top of your mini Boston cream cakes and they are ready to serve. These recipes are in the description below. Our 2-ingredient chocolate mousse uses Nutella and whipping cream. Mix your whipping cream until it forms stiff peaks. You want it to stick to your beater. That's how you know it's ready. Then measure out your Nutella. Add it to your whipped cream. And then you're going to mix until well blended and smooth. You don't want any Nutella chunks, you want it all to be blended smooth. Then put into serving cups. And if you'd like, you can take some dark chocolate bars, grate them up, and sprinkle just a little bit on top for garnish. Alright, to make these donuts, you are going to start your oil, and you want to get to 340 degrees. This is a great little thermometer to help you see where you're going. 320 to 340 is what you want. Then you're going to take your biscuits and you're going to cut out little holes in the center. If you don't have a little biscuit cutter or donut hole cutter like that, just take your finger right in the center, just make yourself a hole, just like that. You want your oil on medium heat, then you're going to gently put in your donuts.
All of them?
Yep. Well, you won't be able to fit all of them in there. Here you go. Just gently lay them in there. I have my son making them. He's learning how to make donuts here. Okay, now see that one that's stuck on the bottom? You want to take your tongs and just, there you go. Okay, now that one, flip it over. It's already getting brown. You want your heat about 320 to 340. Okay, that's all right. Yep. So when you put them, when you take them out, you put them on the plate to drain. Let them cool slightly, but you still want them warm because they hold the powdered sugar better. And then you put them in the powdered sugar. Right there. You have a paper sack right here with powdered sugar in it. And what we do is we put the donuts in. Okay, go ahead and put a couple of donuts in. Do the older one, do the first ones so you don't burn your fingers. About 4 or 5. Close it. They get all powdery. Alright, yummy deliciousness right there. Our 2-ingredient ice cream. The recipes are in the description below. You want to take some ripe bananas that are soft and ripe but not black or brown yet. Peel them, chop them up, put them as a single layer on a cookie sheet that's lined, and freeze them. I like my ice cream a little bit on the softer side, so I only did it for a few hours. For a firm ice cream, freeze your bananas until they're completely solid overnight. Then add whatever second ingredient you'd like. For this one, I did chocolate chips. You could also add cocoa powder if you'd like, or chopped up candy bars. Blend until smooth. Pour into serving cups. I also made some using raspberries and strawberries. They were all super delicious. If your ice cream is too soft, you can put it back into the freezer for 30 minutes to an hour to firm up before serving. Please watch our next video below in the end screen and visit us at livingonadime.com.